Wilfred Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. At our facilities, security checks ensures that all vehicles are secured. Our newly renovated bathrooms are always kept in a clean working order. Need repairs and maintenance? We have you covered. Our qualified workmen will get the job done. Boat storages, from our marina, you can easily push off for a family sailing trip. Or out fishing with the boys.
A very good afternoon to one and all, and welcome to the La Horquetta Stadium here in La Horquetta. Beautiful, fantastic, wonderful, blessed day it is, the 15th of February 2023. We are about to experience the Champion of Champions Ascension Zonal Tournament of Trinidad and Tobago, of which the host team, or the host being, in this case, La Horquetta XF, and they will be going up against Phoenix FC. And with me this afternoon, I am Miriri Louis Gonzalez, and working along with me, my co-host in the person of Nevik Dinoon. Welcome, brother.
Yeah, it's a wonderful evening here in Arima, and we give thanks for beautiful weather. Ideal for football here at the Horquetta Stadium, and with this game with Phoenix of Tobago and the champs here, the La Horquetta team. So we're looking for an exciting game. Yeah, Mary, you know, a wonderful evening here.
Lovely, and it is with that being said, with the toss being taken, the referee, by the way, Oswald Samuel, first assistant referee number 1, that's Gregory Lewis, assistant referee 2, Cordell O, and fourth official, Mr. Hudson. The La Horquetta XF, they are wearing the predominantly white and black, and they will be attacking the goal on the eastern side, while the Phoenix, that's the 1976 Phoenix FC, they will be attacking the goal on the western side. At this point in time on the table, it is Real Central. After playing their first game, there are no points as yet, with a -3 goal difference. Belmont FC, after 2 games, they are on 1 point with a -6 goal difference. 1976 FC Phoenix, they're playing here today, and after their first game last week Friday, they are on 1 point after drawing with Belmont FC. Pitchman FC, they are, after 2 games, having won 1 and drawing the other one. They are on a +3 and they're on 4 points and leading the standings. La Horquetta XF, and they are 9 goals for, 1 against, a +8 with 6 points in the bag. So this is going to be quite an interesting one, with the leaders up against the 3rd place team on this Champion of Champions, and that's a whistle by Samuel. And this La Horquetta XF, quite a very dominant team in football within recent times. Some of their players here, not all of them, but some of them have been very successful in the Ascension League, unbeatable for the 2022 Ascension League 2022. Nevertheless, we are back on here because they are up against a team that was undefeated in the 2022 season in Tobago. That's the 1976 FX Phoenix. They're coming off a very good performance in Tobago. They have been established since almost about 47 years ago. Produced some of the best players, and one of our most established player, Dwight York, emanating out of the very renowned 1976 FC Phoenix, as they are now back onto the field of play here with just playing the ball around, losing possession of it. Phoenix in possession. Losing it, just getting a feel of it at this point in time. Up the line on that far side here, under attack, trying to make amends of it, losing possession. So at this point in time, we are seeing a quick turnover of possession of the ball by both teams. And this is expected, especially within the first minute or 2 or 3 of the game. Certainly, it is going to be a very interesting scenario with the head coaches, David Comena of La Horquetta XF and Nigel D'Souza, head coach of the 1976 FC Phoenix, as to which strategy they will use most likely to combat and to also maneuver their way and come out with a victory here this evening. Playing the ball very nicely, and he's looking for a shot, but a shot is taken off the defender, and another shot taken. Good defensive work there, good goalkeeping. Wow, La Horquetta XF certainly under some pressure there, and Jabari Centelaire doing tremendously well with that shot taken from the far side. Good credit there to the Phoenix team for bringing a very promising attack, and this could have almost materialized into a goal, but very good goalkeeping there by Jabari Centelaire. Still in possession there, up into their last third. Phoenix trying to get it around, and unfortunately it goes out of play in their third, and it's going to be a throw in there on the far side. That northern side there for the La Horquetta XF. So the first attacking play thus far by Phoenix looked very threatening, and now it is La Horquetta trying to get a shot in. Very team. One still in play, by the way, and it's going to be in a dangerous position in the penalty area. Shot taken there. Not much of a shot. Actually, seemed to be having a cross, and negotiated off the defender. Goes out for a corner kick there. It's just about 3 minutes moving into this game. Giovanni Warner takes a corner. He's rhyming there, Warner on corner. Nevertheless, headed out there by Phoenix. Good work there by Stooge. Daniel Cyrus on the flank. That's Real Gill trying to get it inside. Not much of a weighted pass. Very weak, actually. Not much threat there, but number 27. Daniel Cyrus, another, well, we could safely say present national player, playing straight throughout many different parts of the globe. Now playing for the La Horquetta XF, Daniel Cyrus. Waiting to get it throw inside, gets it inside. And a foul being committed there, seen by Oswald Samuel, as he's urging now the defending players for the Phoenix to make themselves at that 9.5 meter distance. This is the champion of champions Ascension Zonal Tournament of Trinidad and Tobago. Match day 3. Attacking, and it goes out of play there. Kind of an odd bounce on the ball, and desperately getting it out of play there is number 3 for the that's Jeremiah Bristol, one of the outstanding players for the Phoenix. Corner is going to be taken there on the far side, and I see Daniel speaking very closely there as Kaim goes to take it. Let's see. Gets it across nicely into the box. Still in the danger zone, but clear out now by Phoenix. And really and truly, Denun at this point in time still feeling themselves out in this game, both teams.
usually the first 15-20 minutes of a game, you know, there's that high expectation from each team. If you put in that full, like I say, starting with a full tank, is how you manage now for the first 20 minutes. Usually you could see the team who is most aggressive, more aggressive, is going to be the winner in this game. And Horquetta has all here at stake, being at home and now trying to prove and remain unbeaten and going on a tour recent in time to come. I'm thinking that this is going to be good preparation for them. And that is number 17.
That's Kaim Thomas.
Kaim Thomas being fouled on the left hand side and a free kick wasted by Horquetta.
And they don't, with this tour coming up with the Caribbean, really 2 minutes Horquetta Rangers need to be seriously commended and led by Mr. Richard Ferguson for taking that tour. And they're going to be playing the national teams of St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Grenada. And that exposure and that experience is going to be immensely beneficial.
I just want to again congratulate Mr. Ferguson and next people for allowing football to be played and give the youth something to look forward to. You know, this is a welcome event here, and with the Champ of Champs going on here, people from all different communities, different zones now being represented here. So we have an exciting inter-community or that social gathering there with East and North and Central and South, bringing players of the talent in Trinidad and Tobago under this Champions of Champions. So we're glad to have it and give thanks to Mr. Ferguson and his crew.
Quite well. It is certainly, without a doubt, as we look forward even for the TFA Normalization Committee, the Trinidad and Tobago Premier Football League to commence very soon in the month of March. And certainly Trinidad and Tobago is looking forward to that. And again, the Normalization Committee need to be commended, led by Mr. Robert Haddad, as Trinidad and Tobago really short of football for so many years, especially coming out of the COVID-19. And we need to really credit them for this. In addition to, I understand, a national under-14 girls competition will be starting in the month of March too.
I'm really concerned with the quick start preparation. You know, how they say, proper preparation prevents poor performances, and especially at the international level where Trinidad formerly used to be one of the top #1. You know, right now we're trying to get back to that position, and this year augurs well for the future.
Well, you know, on top of it right now, the national under-17 really trying to give it its best there in Guatemala. And I mean, with one man down after the first 20 minutes and playing for 90 minutes, 70 minutes. Good shot there by the Horquetta XF, but not threatening in any way to the goalkeeper there for the Phoenix in the person of Devon Daniel, who was one of the outstanding players of the 2022 seasons in the Tobago Ascension League. But coming back to the under-17 in Guatemala, really losing that game on a 3-2 margin, a slim marginal loss there to Canada, and then falling short 3-0 against the USA. I think tonight itself they're up against Barbados, so we wish them well and hope that they will be in the top 3, should be, to move on to the next rounds.
Well, we're hoping, well, right now the confidence, I think, is a little bit low with these guys. They really expected to do much better, and now we're hoping that we can beat Barbados. Before, we could have said surety, yes, but now you know it is up for that thing, and that is why I'm concerned about the future of Trinidad football, where these youngsters, you know, not given I would say, the right opportunity to develop here. We are depending too much on outside, especially at under-17 level. There's a colleges league, and I think the president of the colleges league should look into this situation where we have so many colleges players here. We can build a good home base and then induce the talent that we need from foreign, because I think we have what it takes. Just that the opportunity is not afforded to some of these players. That's just my opinion, sir.
Yeah, but you quite rightly said, you know, the 5 P's, proper planning or preparation prevents poor performance. And as long as we are able to ensure that we plan properly, I'm sure we will be able to execute, because we would have done the work off the field of play, which is so critically important. Back to the field of play now. A challenge there by Horquetta XF, but good defensive work there by Phoenix, and this is attacking play, and it seems still into play there. It's that Daniel, he has been really a torment and has been torturing the opposing teams for the last 2 games, and he's here tonight. Oh my, this is not a very silly foul being committed there, and I wonder if he's going to be cautioned on number 16, and that's Isaiah Raymond. Oh, he has to count himself lucky there, because really a rather silly foul, and it is actually breaking down a promising attack there, because he was moving towards goal. Nevertheless, we continue here. They're not being able to control that one there is Jaheim Joseph for Horquetta XF, and it goes out of play for a throw in there for the Phoenix, who at this point in time, out of the 2 teams, had the best chance thus far, just within the first 2 minutes. A cracking shot taken just within the penalty area, but equal to the task is national goalkeeper in the person of Jabari Sentele, who kept it out. Nevertheless, here it is, the Horquetta XF with Isaiah. He gets it across nicely into the box. Is he going to get... No, just short of it, stretching. But one would have thought that he would have been able to really average the pace of that ball and the height of that ball and the landing zone of it. Nevertheless, he didn't get it. And now it's back into possession by the Phoenix, who is trying to move it around quite nicely there. Not successfully in its dribbling skills. Right now it's Horquetta XF that seem to be just carrying a little more momentum. Good defensive work there by number 4, which in this case is Javon Williams, who is carrying the captain armband. Quite a responsibility given to any player, as a matter of fact, but I'm sure it is a very good reason as to why Javon Williams have been given the captaincy armband for the 1976 FC Phoenix, unbeaten for the 2022 season. And look, we have the lone cheerleader. She's going through her pace there. Nevertheless, with the absence of her colleague, she's still showing it the way it's supposed to be done. And a corner kick is going to be taken there. It's most likely going to be the same Jaheim Joseph. He seemed to be the one, no, not Jaheim in this case, but it could very well be Thomas. He slips into the box out safely. Collision there. Morris plays it across. He gets it floating nicely into the box. Headed up into the air. Trying to... just in front of the view of the referee, Oswald Samuel. A very experienced referee over many, many years. A member of the East Zone, as he now indicates to the player who is over the ball, number 17, Kaheem Thomas, as we see the replay there. And foul committed on number 23, Giovanni Warner. Just a slight physical contact there on the heel of Giovanni. A free kick is to be given just outside of the box, and this could be dangerous if he knows how to take it. Takes it, it goes into the wall. That's Kaheem. He gets it over, floating nicely, and an attempted bicycle. One of the former greats in football, Pele, was well known for taking bicycle and being very successful at it. We just have about moving on to 15 minutes in this game, and Phoenix still trying to see if they can cope with the pressure being placed on them as they get it upfield, although they have had thus far the most promising attack in the first 2 minutes of the game. And with that being said, now it's Horquetta XF on a counter-attack, still trying to get their feet on the ground, trying to get some successful synergy and passes among themselves. It seemed to be just that constant, frequent loss of the ball by both teams. Dinon, what do you think?
Yes, I think possession, losing the ball too easily, and that is a factor in Trinidad football right now. We have to be able to keep possession. Many of these countries, South American, Central American countries, possession is one of the major part of their game. So we have to develop that area where after 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 20 passes we still possession. And that's why now Horquetta now is looking a little bit better. There's about 7 passes string together now on the right hand side, playing it across, coming across to the stopper Morris, plays it across to the other stopper, changing from right to left, back to Mr. Daniel. It goes back to Morris, and now pressure being applied, easily take down turn in the middle, and try to play a penetrative pass, cut off easy by that left back there. Phoenix now looking in charge in the middle of the midfield there, number 13, plays it around, bouncing it there, and again losing possession. Phoenix after 4 or 5 passes. Now Phoenix is usually coached by one Terry Williams, and he's been absent for the last 2 games. And then they have the interim coach there taking charge. So you're gonna have a little bit of issues coming there, with respect to a number of things, positioning, maybe. Every coach have a different way of putting things together.
And quite interestingly, as you mentioned about possession, the most successful team in 2010 World Cup in South Africa was Spain, because from the data collected at the end of the World Cup, they maintained and they were able to have the highest percentage of possession in any game, and therefore that is why they were such a credit and successful in the World Cup in South Africa in 2010.
And I'm saying keeping possession of the ball, when we are able to keep it for a long period, other teams usually lose concentration, and that is when the opportunity comes. We get people trying to get shortcuts. They're not going full distance cover, and because they have been moving from side to side, they try to conserve energy. As a result, out of position, and that's when the penetrative passes in the final third is able to break down any defense that becomes lazy. So we hope today that both teams here would show that standard of football we're looking for. Phoenix coming from Tobago and really putting pressure on the Horquetta team now. Yes, Phoenix looking good, but I'm saying then the opportunity to score. I think the final third they need to get a little bit better there, even from the last game, which I think they should have won. They missed a lot of opportunities in the middle. And there's Phoenix now in charge, plays it down the middle, and it's a poor pass again. Again, this I'm saying the consistency, we have people able, he's running with it now, and point attack on, and now we have opportunity here, and it's goal! And there's Horquetta scoring the first goal in the 19th minute, a goal coming in from the left hand side by,
what a goal that was, Dino. A really calm, cool, collective. He found the spot, he saw the spot, and he found it, remaining very calmly. There he is, nicely into the back of the net. We're going to get the name of that goal scorer very soon, but a well-taken shot and resulted in a goal.
Right, the goal scored, and that's because no one put pressure on that guy coming down the middle. This gentleman here.
But an excellent pass there,
yes,
too.
And looking at reverse pass, looking for the shot, reverse pass, and that player there did excellent job of placing it down in the far post. Easy, leading 1-0 in the 19th minute. Phoenix now will have to come from behind. Let's see what it does. Try to keep possession, and they are losing possession. 3-4 passes, and you can see there's a deficiency in the possession game at Phoenix here now.
And ironically, Dino, we're just talking about the passes, and an excellent pass there. Through two defenders on the player on the left flank, and he really just paced himself well, saw the space in the far corner, and deposited there to result in the Horquetta XF taking a 1-0 lead after the 18 minutes into this game.
I'm saying here that they never put pressure on that player until they reached the top of the box, and he was able to make that reverse pass to that player still again who was never under pressure. How we say, he had a whole year to make that play. So once you're not putting pressure on the ball, goal will score. If you're not chucking that player in the final third, goal will score. Mistakes, goal will score. So we have about 3 or 4 ways that goals are really scored, and here you have one where no pressure was put on the player on the ball, so he was able to have an easy time placing the ball in the goal post, and he made no mistake.
And we must give credit also to the player who ran off the ball into an open space, unfortunately not being marked by the right back, because they were focusing on the person who was in possession at that time. Run into an open space, had a good look at the goal, and really had a good shot, and resulted in a fantastic goal.
Yes, I'm saying, yes, he had no pressure on him. And no one was there to apply pressure on the ball, so he actually had a free shot. And like I said before, that is one of the ways goals are scored. No pressure on the man in possession. So we have to actually get someone in possession who is under pressure going at your goal post, so that you wouldn't have that free shot like what the player had. So he made no mistake there, putting Horquetta SF in front. And there's Phoenix going down the left hand side. Now let's see what he does. Try to cross it over. Up comes the custodian and collects. Well done by the custodian there. Making a forward roll, looking good. And then distributing down the left hand side. With the left back, he goes forward. And again, no pressure on the ball. No pressure. No pressure. He plays an easy pass to the left wing there. Slips inside. He turns inside. Comes, he makes a shake and a bake. Inside. He's there again, holding possession, dribbling. Let's see what he does. On the right hand side. And makes a right foot in swinger. Let's see in the middle of the goal. Let's see what happens. And it's Phoenix making a clearance there, coming down the middle of the pitch in the center circle. And let's see what the big guy does. That's number 21, trying to place it on the outside with number 9. Again, that's 2 passes for Phoenix again. And it's outside. Again, Phoenix not having that game that they would like with respect to possession. 3 passes, 4 passes, and it's out. As Horquetta now, trying large and in charge now. Getting it across the middle, walking actually, no pressure applied. And the stoppers can make a free, easy pass up the middle. Now, and there's the left back in possession, number 5. Plays it back to the keeper. Controls with his feet. Plays it across to the right rack there now. No pressure again being applied. So, the defense can actually walk out, plays in it easy. With the right back now, let's see what he does. In control, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. Number 13, try to beat, losing possession and stands up. And then Horquetta putting pressure now on the outside. They have 2 players on the inside. Let's see what he does. Again, fix it around. Goal! Goal, 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 goal! And that's the left back, left midfielder coming in on the inside there. Taking possession, reverse pass again. Number 21, Antonio.
That's Antonio Cole.
Antonio Cole.
Antonio Cole scoring the second item just around the 23rd minute.
Yes. Again, no pressure on the ball in the player in possession. The player in possession must be put under pressure and directed to a part of the field to allow your opportunities. This is what you see in the play again. So reverse play, what happened, number 21. Look what he does. He stops, he cuts back, and look. The goalkeeper should not allow him to score on the first post.
Actually, yes, from that time, that angle alone,
yes.
Antonio had he did quite well, but certainly covering your first post there, it should not have resulted in that. Nevertheless, that's a score.
Easy catch for the custodian there. Horquetta large and in charge now, 2-0 in the first 20 minutes of the game. And now let's see what it does. Plays it out to the left wing there. Takes control. Let's see, comes inside, no pressure. Try to slip it on the inside, easy for the number stopper who comes forward again. Let's see what he does. Plays it over to number 9. Let's see what he does. Plays it backward. And the stopper, captain, having a hard time now. Under no pressure, Horquetta is in their half, just waiting and to play on the counter. They're allowing Phoenix to play side to side, and as the ball comes in their half, they start to apply pressure. Plays it back again. So, no pressure, playing again on the left hand side, ball going to side. I'm still saying, even though it's going from side to side, it's going too slow. So they're giving Horquetta enough time to shift around and come around. You know, so not allowing that penetrative pass to take place. So you have to watch and see what's going on here in the next couple of minutes. And there's Phoenix. They're in the black strip, Red Sox, an easy giveaway. Once Horquetta applies pressure, Phoenix seems to be intimidated and they lose possession quite easily.
And from it, we're realizing too that too much space is being given for Horquetta XF. They're moving through quite easily in some very open spaces, and Phoenix will definitely have to tighten it up, get a little closer, be a little more confident on the ball, be more purposeful, be more meaningful. But again, an attempted cross there to get to number 23 in the person of Giovanni, not successful this time around, and it goes out of play for a throw there for Phoenix. It is not a very good pass there by Antonio Pantin, and the Horquetta takes a shot, goes out of play there. That's not a very good one, but actually I would want to believe that number 16 would have been the person that's scoring, that Isaiah Raymond. He would have scored the first goal for the Horquetta XFs. So they're leading this one after 26 minutes. They're leading this one 2-0. A goal scored by Isaiah Raymond, number 16, and by number 21, Antonio Cole. And if they continue like this, especially with the amount of space that they are being given, the flag goes up there by AR1 Gregory Lewis. Not seeing it too quickly there was Oswald Samuel, who eventually saw the flag after an appeal by the bench there of the Horquetta XF. Throw to be taken right in front of the technical area. It's always about making that eye contact when ball is playing close on the goal line or the touch line, just in case it may go out and come back in. Nevertheless, back into the field of play here now. It is Horquetta XF, looking rather very confident now as they're moving up and they're leading this one with 27 minutes on the clock. 2-0 thus far. And the Phoenix going to be under some serious trouble if they don't get their act together very soon. Trying to clear it out here to get their colleague down there on that far side, not successful. It goes out of play. And again, the room being given to Horquetta, they're exploiting it, taking advantage of it as Sturge takes a throw in. And he plays it there with Daniel, 1-2. Back to Daniel. Daniel plays it for Kahim. Kahim now coming across. He gets it upfield. I think he's looking there for Giovanni, who's being tumbled over. And the referee allows the advantage. Continue there on the attack, Jeriel. And Elandro across there to Javon, the captain. Captain gets it across. And they're spreading the ball across. Is he going to? No, he moves into an attacking mode down the right flank, but not anticipating that pass there. Otherwise, he could have actually accelerated, take possession, run down that right flank and cross it over, and it could be possibly a dangerous one. Nevertheless, it went out of throw for a throw in there on the far side. Sturge was going to take the throw in. He has almost just about his 5th throw thus far on that left side to Daniel. And referee substitution, number 18 comes in there, and that's Emmanuel Cox replacing Shaquem Irvine. That's substitution for the Phoenix 1976 FC Phoenix. Number 18 entering the field of play in the person of Emmanuel Cox, and he's replacing number 13, Shaquem Irvine. And aerial contest there for the ball. Still have possession of it there, showing he's a lot stronger. That is, getting it nicely across there, or not controlling it whatsoever. Very easy. Was able to at least maintain possession of it, but not controlling it, and goes out of play. Really rather careless.
Not allowing the ball to bounce. That is one of the factors here. You know, the ground is kind of hard, and when you allow the ball to bounce, sometimes the trajectory all beats you. And there's Phoenix trying big charge here now, trying to keep possession. That's 3 passes. So Phoenix, up to now, I haven't seen 5 passes come together.
Great.
In the attacking third. In the back, when there's no pressure, yes, they pass it around because no pressure. But as they enter and Horquetta starts to put pressure, there's 2 passes, 3 passes, and it's out. So right now, we have Horquetta taking large and in charge, leading 2-0 at this present time in the 30th minute, swinging the ball from left to right, and then no pressure again, and then he plays the ball over the top into the striker. Yes, we have Horquetta here, large and in charge. The stopper bringing it out, and he plays it over the top, and it's a foot race for the number, and crosses it over, tries a bicycle, tries some, and let's see what happens here. Well tackled by the Phoenix defense. Phoenix now trying to recover from this 2-0. Let's see what it does. Phoenix in possession, turns inside, plays it to number 21. That's 2. plays it back to him on the outside again. So it's from number 21 on the right hand. So let's see what he does. He travels under no pressure. And now he's under no pressure. He comes inside. Let's see what he does. Try to slip it out. And it's a wayward pass. Easy for the custodian, who picks up and throws it out to the right wing. Right wing cuts inside the T-words. Comes inside. And he's fouled. Oswald Samuel, former Mobile Elements player, now taking up referee. In the days of Elements, who played in the professional league at one time in the late 80s, Oswald Samuel, referee, now used to be the goalkeeper. So you have lots of experience as a goalkeeper and a player, and now he's doing the referee. So I want to congratulate him still for that progression. I wish many more people would do it. Mary.
Yeah, and that's quite correct. You know, it's always having that semblance and of the game, and when I say semblance, in the sense of being having some level of affinity and making a contribution as a player now into referee. In the same way, we have those who go into coaching, physio work, trainer work, and it's La Horquetta on the attack there, trying to get it over, not very successful. Kahim Thomas, very low pass it is, looking a bit frustrated there. It is the person, Leandro. You can see constantly complaining to his colleagues there, but they haven't stepped up their game as yet. We are not seeing that synergy that they would have had last week against Belmont FC, and therefore, in light of that, they are playing the leaders who are on 6 points now, one of the tougher teams in this Champ of Champions Ascension Zonal Tournament, so they need to get their act together. Time is of essence now with just about 32 minutes on the clock, and the longer they stay to get their passes together and be able, after that first attempt on goal, we haven't seen anything from Phoenix as thus far. As right now, it is La Horquetta who basically controlling most of the football in possession. Still, Javon gets across to Daniel, who's holding down the last stopper position, previously played by Thomas. On the left side is Sturz. Sturz gets it upfield, looking for Keem. He gets him. He controls it. Tries a nice successful dribbling on the line there, but seems as though that the ball may have, he was fouled. Thought it would have gone out of play, but a foul being committed. I thought maybe most likely the referee could have allowed it since he was still in possession and played the advantage nevertheless. Foul call, free kick taken by Sturge. Gets it across to Daniel, who is coming up. He gets it floating nicely into the box, headed out by Phoenix. Not good control there by Phoenix. Still need to get that ball down on the carpet and see if they can keep it in a very purposeful, meaningful way. Floating nicely into trying to find Kahim on the far side there. It is Jahim, 1-2, not successful in this time around in possession. Duncan doesn't do quite well there with that one. Gets it upfield, still in the last third there. La Horquetta put in, quite a very odd position. Part of the human anatomy to be struck with the ball straight into the private area. And we as old men will know that it's a very painful, yes.
And it does not go away immediately,
yeah.
Definitely.
I guess
so we hope the physio could come and restore, number 6.
Even wearing the jock strap doesn't help that much, but nevertheless, it's good that he's back up on his feet. That's Alfred. As we can see from the replay, straight inside. A direct shot, finding its target. Not that it is supposed to find that target. As we are back onto the field of play now, continuation of the La Horquetta XF. Morris now gets it, looking for Giovanni on the far side. Giovanni under pressure, misheading there. Still in possession, looking for that shot in his left foot. And he takes a shot to the goal, to the defender. They get it out of play, but still in the danger zone because Javon has possession. He's very strong, very purposeful. He's looking for that shot. He takes it, and what a very good intention he had. We must credit him for that because he saw the opportunity there. That's the young man, Javon Morris, who is carrying the captain armband here for the La Horquetta XF. Saw the opportunity, saw the opening, took the shot, but it was just about maybe 3 meters away from the uprights. And again, Phoenix has to count themselves lucky because pressure continue to be applied there consistently and constantly by the La Horquetta XF as they lead this one with 36 minutes counting on the clock. 2 goals scored thus far into this first half. La Horquetta now has possession. They're coming out of it, try to come out of it, being challenged there. And let's see who's it good. It goes for the Phoenix, is number 8. He leaves it for his colleague to take it. Gets it up, a strong one, trying to find his colleague. Challenges for it. Not successful there. That's Williams. Still under attack. A shot taken there by number 18 in the person of... That shot would have been taken there by Emmanuel Cox. Good attempt it was, but very good defensive work by La Horquetta XF. Trying to keep it in play, Giovanni, but it goes out of play for a throw in there for the La Horquetta XF. And really and truly pressure being applied constantly. And not much shot after that first one. Shots after that first one there by Phoenix on La Horquetta, which Jabari St. Hilaire pulled out a very, very magnificent save to keep a clean sheet thus far in this one. And subsequent to that, in the 23rd and 23rd minute of the game, it is La Horquetta XF scoring 2 goals and leading it 2 goals to nil. Another good header there by Morris, the captain, here today to his colleague, a bit annoyed about it, and he himself really upset, knowing that he should have done better. Carries quite a hefty weight, but he's very strong and has ton loads of speed too with it. Surprisingly, don't be deceived by the look of his size. Getting it around there, it's the captain, Javon Williams, looking for Durrell. Haven't had much in the game thus far. He's one of their most potent player. Daniel gets it across nicely, but Jabari did well by covering it, gets it upfield there, and this is very good work here by Jaheim. Gets it through nicely, but who's get first? And a very good tackle there. Last ditch effort there by Duncan, getting his feet on it. Peter Duncan, good defensive work there for him, for his team, as we are seeing an increase there now in the number of cheerleaders. Ladies looking as sexy and lovely and beautiful as usual, going to the rhythm of the La Horquetta XF Ascension League rhythm section. Javon goes into the attack, kicking on it very, very nervously there. He had to be careful, otherwise it could have been found himself injured from that, but I could have seen that he held back a bit.
Yes, and right now during this period, during the Carnival week, we call it in Trinidad and Tobago here, and the rhythm section, you know, encouraging that movement from those lovely ladies there who, right, and there's now Phoenix trying to penetrate, and like I said, they have not constructed 5 passes together, and they have to watch the tactics of La Horquetta. La Horquetta goes back in their own half and waits until Phoenix comes over. Phoenix should be using players from behind now. Extra defenders behind, just standing up and waiting. I think they should be more attacking when La Horquetta is in their half. Put more pressure in their half so that they could now be able to get back and restore some kind of pride and score a goal. La Horquetta right now is large and in charge, taking possession, swinging the ball from left to right. And there's Morris swinging it over. And now pressure's being applied. Pressure's being applied. And La Horquetta knocks and the midfielder turns nicely inside. He plays it over the top. And it's a foot race now for number 23. Let's see what he does. And he reaches up there. Takes on 1 against 1. He tries. And easy inside. Let's see what happens. It's a header. Easy for the custodian. Yes, La Horquetta leading to keeper. Let's see what he does. And it's a long volley upfield. And the number 9 there, yeah, he receives. Let's see what he does. A good kick. Let's see, he takes on 1 against 1. He fakes, he shakes, he bakes, he tries to come inside. And it's a beautiful tackle. Oh, it's a foul. Indicated by referee Samuel. So let's see now what Phoenix does. A given opportunity here in the final third. Let's see what they're going to do here. Let's see what tact they have for free kicks on the left-hand side. That's a foul here.
And that's a foul by number 24, Jaheim Joseph.
Jaheim Joseph.
Got to be careful with a tackle of such a nature. He doesn't go into the books of Oswald Samuel.
And that tackle, that's been called foul now. Once you leave your foot, you leave the ground and show your pegs, most referees would call it.
Yeah, and he's lunging.
Lunging.
Yeah.
The international football, lunging, it's out. So they're protecting players for a higher standard needed by FIFA. And it's inside and easy for the custodian. So there now, we look see what he does. He chose it left-handed over the top. Phoenix now for the first time winning that ball after it has been come from the custodian. Number 18 comes inside. And he tried to place it inside for the number. That's it. Number 9 plays it easy for number 6. He cuts inside. Looking for a change of play. And up comes the midfielder now. Let's see what he does. The big striker. Let's see what he does. Number 21 turns inside. Turns. Screens. Let's see what he does now. Looking for a shot. Easy. And it's outside. No easy for the custodian. He rolls it up for the left back who turns up the left hand side and touches once, twice. Goes past there. And again comes inside. Fakes going back outside. Number 19 Josiah. Fakes go on the outside. And he tried to cross it and it's a poor one. The final passes of both teams now needs much to be desired. Final passes in football is what makes goal scoring easier. And in Trinidad, we used to have some good maestros in Curtis Morrell, Grantley Maxwell, during my time as a player, where that pass would be almost perfect. So you just have to, just do the right thing and get it in the back of the net. So that final pass, which makes goal scoring easy, we need to get better in Trinidad and Tobago to identify, who can make that final pass and ensure we have a better opportunity to score. Mary.
And I think in addition to that, with the passing is also the reception, the person receiving the pass knowing how to control it within a timely manner. Since the game of football is such a fast-paced one now, every fraction of a second count with getting full possession of the ball when passed to you, the accuracy of the pass and also total possession. But we are back as we continue here with Phoenix, still trying to carve a way out, find a way through the defense of the Horquetta XF. They're not looking rather threatening thus far. The Horquetta XF is closing them down and they don't seem to have much option. And I'm sure they're searching for it now. Not very good skill there by 18 Cox, and he loses possession. Giovanni looking across there for Joseph on that far side in this counter attack. It goes out of play now for a throw in there for the Phoenix, as a matter of fact for the Horquetta XF. And Jabari now just there, hand akimbo, wondering what's happening upfield there as he can continue to support his colleagues. Joseph does some skills on the far side. He's successful. Leaves one, still in possession. 2 on him. Has possession still. Excellent work done there by Joseph. He moves inside, he receives the ball. He gets it across. Not a very good cross it is. Otherwise, if it was strong enough, one of his colleagues in the person of the goal scorer, and that's Joseph, he was waiting on the inside for that one.
Yes, again, the final passes again, Mary, is lacking there, that penetrative pass that makes goal scoring easy. He had an opportunity to make a better pass, didn't, and as a result, make defending easy. Yes, Horquetta.
And here we have now the Horquetta XF, Daniel, very experienced defender, so many caps with Trinidad and Tobago, now playing his trade here for the Horquetta XF. And I'm sure maybe he's looking towards see if he can maybe make the tour to the Caribbean tour that will be playing. This Ascension Terminix Horquetta team will be touring very soon in the month of March, and they have 2 weeks of football to be playing against some of the top countries in the Caribbean, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Lucia and Grenada. And we really want to credit Mr. Richard Ferguson and the Terminix Horquetta Rangers, wishing them all the success as they are also sponsoring this Champion of Champions, the Ascension. Phoenix now trying to control it, not doing too well in it. Threatening there in the box is Horquetta XF, looking for a shot. He's trying to make his way through, still in possession. What shall he do? Moves it around. It is Joseph. Joseph takes a turn and spin and kick. Bounces off the defender. Just trying to force their way through in that limited space. Referee blows a whistle. Oswald, foul being committed there on the player being assisted there by number 8. in person of Antonio, his colleague. And it would have really helped if these numbers were on the pants here. Just about 45 minutes. And it seems as though that's a whistle blown there by Oswald Samuel. Not much, if any, added on time. We didn't get much added on time there. And, well, we didn't have much stoppages, but with 45 odd minutes, this brings us to the end of the first half in the Champ of Champions Ascension Zonal Tournament of Trinidad and Tobago. This being match day 3. And at the very end of 45 odd minutes of football, it's Horquetta XF leading 2-0, and we will be able to see some of the highlights of the first half as we are looking at it now. Shot taken there, bounces off, and that's Jaheim. Very, very speedy player. He gets it off nicely. A bicycle attempted there, but Isaiah takes a shot. It reaches into the box and safely into the arms of Daniel, the goalkeeper. And this was the first goal scored here. Very, very well taken goal there by that young man sporting the jersey, Isaiah Raymond. What a fantastic goal. It is down into the far corner, but a very good combination there between Joseph and Isaiah. And then another beautiful build up here, getting it across, and what a fantastic shot it is there by Antonio Cole. And again, but you know, in that angle there, Dinon, really it should not have scored.
Keepers don't allow that. You know, it's a cardinal sin to allow those kind of goals to score. It is better you allow him to play it back and you don't have a chance than to allow that kind of goal. Most coaches are deflated by that kind of goal scoring. Defenders are deflated because they expect that the keeper wouldn't allow that kind of goal to score.
So at this point in time, we are just completion of the first 45 minutes of the first half, and don't go anywhere, stick and stay. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game where Horquetta XF leads the 1976 FC Phoenix 2-0 in this being the Champion of Champions Ascension Zonal Tournament of Trinidad and Tobago. We'll be right back in the next few minutes.
Pest control is a pain, but you don't have to go it alone. If you're a business that needs someone who will fix your problems point blank, go with the brand that's tested. Go with Terminix. Our Trinidad franchise neutralizes the threat of tropical insects and ensures that companies, from food production to hospitality, protect their investment and get the maximum value from our relationship. Contact us today for a free consultation and quote, and let's introduce you to convenience.
Candyland Carnival Juve Experience 2023 is Kingdom of Color. This is the all-inclusive carnival experience. It's Juve. You do not want to miss this. Now, if you're ready to explore the Kingdom of Color, come with me. I'll tell you more. In the Kingdom of Color, we have psychedelia. This is the kaleidoscope of sexy. You need to be on the streets. It's all-inclusive. We've got your visors, check. Sunglasses, check. We are road ready for Juve with Candyland Juve. Make sure people register right now at CandylandCarnival.com. In the Kingdom of Color, bring your aura because we have ours too. And it is colorful. Register for this all-inclusive section today at CandylandCarnival.com. Check us on Instagram for this fan book where you can alter if you like. But we've got you covered with a goodie package, glow sticks, and so much more. It's the Kingdom of Color. Come represent with aura. In the Kingdom of Color, bring your heat with Emma. All-inclusive Juve Experience 2023 with Candyland. Register right now at CandylandCarnival.com. It's Emma and she's hot. register at CandylandCarnival.com. Check us out on Instagram. This is our girl, Lovely. In the kingdom of color, we've got Kush. It's neon popping green, an all-inclusive section. You don't want to miss this. Register right now at www.candylandcarnival.com. It's all-inclusive. We've got advisors for the sun. We've got everything to take care of you for the experience for 2023. Be ready to enter the kingdom of color in your towns and your shores with Candyland Carnival Juve Experience 2023. It's paint, powder, waterfall, and glow. Register today at CandylandCarnival.com. You ready? And that's a wrap on our 2023 presentation, The Kingdom of Color, presented to you by Candyland Carnival. Get ready for the excitement. It's all inclusive.
Die what you like, die what you like. Candyland Juve, the biggest and the baddest Juve band to touch the road. Carnival 2023. There are 5 different sections for you to choose from, so make sure you get registered today. Die what you like, die what you like. I come to open Pandora box.
A very good afternoon to one and all, and here we are at the La Horquetta Rangers ground in La Horquetta, and we have before us the director and owner of the Ascension, and we would like to find out from Mr. Richard Ferguson, give us the history on the zonal competition that would have been concluded quite recently.
Well, Marie, you know, it's been a really long football season. Each one of the 6 zones would have played football in 2022. The Tobago, South Zone, Central, North Zone, Eastern Counties, and East Zone, I believe that's the 6.
Yes.
And they would all have culminated with a champion in each zone. And it would have included something like about 96 teams in all. And out of the 96 teams came the 6 top teams in Trinidad and Tobago, which is what we have here right now vying for the Champion of Champions trophy.
Yes.
You know, it's been a really powerful tournament because, you know, some of the teams that would have been vying for this championship and didn't get through was the Police team, AC Port of Spain, Point Fortin FC, Deportivo, you know, really strong teams, and they weren't able to reach the finals. So, you know, the competition was really excellent. The football was of very high quality. And I think one of the real reasons behind it was the zonal competitions had prize money, all the referees were paid, and they were very well organized. So that's why the tournament was very successful. And you find the 6 top teams in the country are now vying for which one is the best. And that's where we're at right now in the Champion of Champions. And we expect it to be very competitive and very entertaining.
Lovely, great. And I'm sure you need to understand, Mr. Ferguson, you need to be definitely credited for the fantastic work that you're doing here with football in Trinidad and Tobago. And from appearances and for what we have observed, a number of present national players of the under-20 as well as the senior division were involved in the zonal competition. What is your thoughts on that?
Absolutely. And this all goes well for football. As I said, the quality of football was very high, given that some of the top teams in the country, with Police, AC Port of Spain, and these top teams found it very difficult to come out of their zone. You know, it just goes to show the high quality of football and the level of skill and dedication that came into the zones this year. It was really, really well done.
Lovely. And right now you are a driving force in football in Trinidad and Tobago, one of the leading forces, I must say, entities. What is the present status now with moving forward in the relationship with the TFA Normalization Committee?
Well, Marie, the whole issue right now is that the debt is under control, I would say. And you know, we really need to thank FIFA and CONCACAF for appointing the Normalization Committee to handle the debt and to manage it and to deal with it. And particularly, we need to congratulate, you know, the chairman of the Normalization Committee, Mr. Robert Haddad, as well as the other members. And I think they have done a great job because they have now controlled the debt, and the debt has, in fact, gone to court. It has been approved, and they are now in the process of organizing the financing, where it will now pass to the trustee and pass on to the creditors. So it has really been great, and I think we want to thank them. We want to thank FIFA and CONCACAF for doing an excellent job. We want to thank the Normalization Committee for doing an excellent job as well. However, having said that, you know, it is important that democracy germinate in TFA again and flourish. And we wanted to take it back to the clubs, to the vote, and we want to see democracy take over. And I'm certain that Mr. Haddad and other members of the Normalization Committee will move on to more grander prospects and opportunities in FIFA, because they have done such a great job, you know. However, I think we need to move on, you know, and I think with the guidance of FIFA and CONCACAF, I don't think the same problems were gonna happen again, because I think FIFA and CONCACAF will take a closer interest in Trinidad and Tobago, and we're very willing and willing to listen to them and to follow their guidance in the future.
Very well. And you need to be commended because Ascension continues to think out of the box. So quite recently we had a press release from you as the owner and leader and director of the Ascension, Horquetta Rangers. And we have, in the not too distant future, an upcoming tour within the Caribbean, of which Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and St. Lucia. Would you like to share something on that particular area?
Well, Marie, one of the concepts and policies in Terminex Horquetta Rangers is the ability for us to improve by playing teams that are better than us. And these national teams, such as the Grenada national team, the St. Lucia national team, and the St. Vincent national team, certainly a lot better than us. And we feel by playing them, our players will improve, especially the younger ones, and the grassroots that we have in our club should get better and improve from here on. So I think that's the reason behind it. It's an improvement process, and we need to invest and work with our younger players to get better.
Well, I really want to express tremendous expectation of success to you and the Horquetta Rangers on your tour in the Caribbean, because it could only be down to the continued growth and development of football in Trinidad and Tobago in particular, and within the Caribbean. So thank you very much, and all success and goodwill in moving forward.
Thanks a lot, Marie.
You're most welcome. And we are back here at the Horquetta Stadium in Horquetta, to be precise, on this fantastic, beautiful, blessed Friday, the 15th of Wednesday. Wednesday, slip of the tongue, not the fault of the mind there. Wednesday, the 15th of February, the day right after Valentine's Day. And I'm sure that so many of us would have enjoyed our Valentine's, or ought to have enjoyed it. It's a day for persons to just extend that LOV with all persons on the face of the earth, especially those that are nearest and dearest to them. However, after the first half in this, the champion of champions, Ascension Zonal Tournament, it is the Horquetta XF basically dominating the first half thus far after the initial attack by Phoenix on the Horquetta XF goal post with a fantastic save there by Jabari Sintele. Nothing much to say for them except they have been soaking up a lot of pressure, and at the very end it is Horquetta XF leading with 2-0 margin. Goals scored by number 16 in the person of Isaiah Raymond, and also by number 20 in the person of Antonio Cole, number 21. So that's the kickoff there in the second half. Again, it is now the Horquetta XF. They will be attacking the goal on the western side, and they're dressed in their predominantly white with a splash of black, and very heavily in black with a splash of white is the 1976 FC Phoenix out of Tobago. They're trailing this one 2-0. They were able to successfully get 1 point against Belmont FC last week Friday, and this is the lone goal game today. It's not a doubleheader today. It's the only match on in this game that is actually on Flow Sports and also on the YouTube, so you can also check it there, and getting it across nicely in possession as they have done in the first half. And I would want to believe we should have better position. Under attack here, and a shot taken. It hits off. That's number 17. He has been tormenting the defense for the entire first half. He continues into the second half. Ricocheted there off the defender in the person of the big man for Phoenix. Very large figure he has there in that number 3 in the person of Jeremiah Bristol, one of the outstanding players of, as a matter of fact, he was voted in as the best performing defender as Sturge. Sturge takes the corner kick, headed out nicely by Phoenix. Joseph passes it to Javon. Javon, who is wearing the captain armband for today's game, gets it across nicely there, searching for his player, headed out there, going down to the far side. Losing possession in a dangerous position. A shot taken and marginally across the goalpost. But I would want to believe he should have done better with that. He had a whole ton of time to decide which position he wanted to take that shot. At the very end, he missed the entire goal and should have done better with that. What do you think, Danoon?
Yes. Again, the final third plays, and both teams lacking that penetrating, that ice pick we used to say that we need to that pinpoint finishing that needs much to be desired at the international level. And there we have Phoenix now continue to lose possession after 2 passes. And there's the striker turns and he tries a shot, well defended there. On the inside, number 8 plays it wide. Let's see what he does. He has it, number 6, and he crosses it over, and out comes the custodian. Oh, it comes out of his hand. And look what happened. He turned his back on the ball, telling himself that the goalkeeper had it. Came out of his hand. That's what I'm saying. In the final third, if he was more alert there, he would have got an easy tap in. Number 21 there.
And a very good chance there for the Phoenix, wearing the number 21. It's Lovell, Sherwin Lovell. And he should have really did better there if he was more alert. We're talking about maintaining possession, and Jabari surprisingly dropped that ball in a dangerous position, and they could have found themselves a goal down as a corner kick now to be taken by number 12. So on the clock, just about 3 minutes, as now is a counter attack by Horquetta. Fantastic ball and good shot, and he has possession of it, and he gets it inside. Is it? It's going to be counted. And yes, it is. And he seemed to have gotten his brace. That's number 16. Yes, Isaiah Raymond. He is very much overjoyed. Very, very good build-up there by Jaheim and Isaiah. And at the very end, it was number 16, Isaiah, scoring just about the 48th minute after his first attempt on the goal. Very good stop there by the goalkeeper, but not much support by his colleagues, his defenders. And Isaiah just had a very easy tap-in as they lead this one out 3-0. Again, we are looking at it, the urgency. We're not seeing it there with Phoenix.
Yes, I'm saying again, Phoenix losing their form, losing their everything right now, confidence, and losing possession again in midfield. And Horquetta playing on the counter is punishing them very much so. And it's a reverse pass down the right-hand side, there he comes in. Let's see what he does. Fakes, shakes, looking for a shot. And easy for the custodian now, who swings it out to the right-hand side, number 6. Coming up on the right-hand side here. Let's see what he does. 1, touches on the inside. Fakes, still in possession, no one forward of him. Phoenix not getting anybody forward of the ball. Plays it over to the left wing position. Comes inside. Slips it there to number 21. Shakes, try to make a 1-2. And well cleared by the wing back. And there's Horquetta large and in charge right now, leading 3-0 at this first game and only game of the night here at the Horquetta Stadium here. Well littered field. And we have Horquetta here now large and in charge, leading 3-0. 2 goals scored by Isaiah and 1 by Cole. So we have Horquetta right now taking advantage of the situation here. Phoenix right now on that 3-0 and now have to do something now to restore that pride that I lose with that Tobago Island there. Really need a goal from Horquetta, from Phoenix, sorry, to bring this game alive. And it's outside.
And what is very important, you know, every single goal is important, every point too, because it could very well end up position on the table as far as goal difference is concerned.
And goal difference is only be important when the time reaches. We must be prepared for that. And up goes the head. A missed opportunity there by Phoenix. Again, let's see what he does. Raises out to the left wing. Guy, now let's see what he does. It's left footed in swinging, it's coming over, and it's outside, number 21. Let's see what he does. Plays it back inside. And chest chops. And it's over the bar. A missed opportunity again in the final third. Well taken on the chest. He should have at least hit the target. That's the number 9 there.
Jewel Daniel again. Really and truly, he has been very consistent within the last 2 games, and then he had a very good opportunity there, but not getting his the shot down, getting his body over the ball and floated way over the bar in this one. But you know, as we look at the standings on the table, at the beginning of this match, it was a 0 goal difference for Phoenix, but now with those 3 goals scored against them, they are the -3. So they have to be cognizant of that as they're playing their second game against one of the powerhouse in the zones, this being the Horquetta XF here, winners of the EFA 2022 season.
Phoenix trying out the ball and attack. In the midfield, a beautiful pass with the outside foot. Number 6 lose possession again. And there's Caleb, plays it back to wrong, keeping possession. Horquetta large and in charge. Try to slip it through, well cut out by midfielder from Phoenix. He flicks inside, number 6, looking good. In control, let's see what he does. Turn inside, plays it back to his right wing back. Let's see what, that's 2 passes. And now it's backward. In their half, Horquetta allows them to play. And they shift the ball from side to side. I still think it could be moved a little faster. And now let's see what he does. Try to place it over the top. And easy for the custodian, who swings it out to the left back position. Number 19 turns. Under no pressure at all in the other team's half. Let's see what he does. Slip it inside, turns inside, easy for the number 9. Plays it over to the right wing position. And it's outside. You have no need to play the ball in the air. You could have placed it easily on the ground. And there's the wing back with number 5. He rolls it back to the stopper. Under no pressure. Phoenix, under no pressure, bringing the ball out, shifting it from side to side. Horquetta allowing them to play in their own half. Easy possession. And let's see what happens. As soon as they enter in Horquetta half, and there's a pressure, that's now being applied. It's 2, and the number 6 does well. 3, turns, fakes. And that's 2 passes. Let's see what he does now. It's down the line, number 6. And again, lost possession. 1, 2. And it's always losing possession. And there's La Horquetta large and in charge. Caleb plays it inside. Let's see what he does now. He's calling. Number 16 there. Turns inside. Yes. Number 18. Let's see what he does. Plays it inside. Back to him. Number 18. 2 passes. 3 passes. Let's see if Phoenix will get 5 passes here. 3. And tries it. And he crosses it. Up goes the head. And Phoenix again in charge. Let's see what he does. Turns backward. The stopper in their half of the play. Plays it around to the stopper. Again, La Horquetta allowing them to play in their own half. And then we approach the half line. Let's see what he does. Try to play it over the top. Easy for the La Horquetta player. Easy. No problem at all for La Horquetta. Large and in charge, leading 3-0 here at the La Horquetta Stadium. Phoenix needs something right now. No pressure on the ball. They're just allowing La Horquetta players to do what they want. Easy. And he plays it over the top. And number 4, the stopper, who was one of the outstanding players in the Phoenix team. Captain also. So he has a lot of responsibility on him. Let's see what he does. Fakes, he comes inside. The cross slips it. Easy. Up goes the head, out. And let's see what happens. Up goes the head. Well taken by the striker from Phoenix. And the referee getting entangled. Let's see what he does. Takes the ball. And he drops it, gives La Horquetta, has the ball, now he plays it back to the stopper. Large and in charge La Horquetta. Number 27, let's see what he does. No pressure applied by Phoenix. And that is a problem Phoenix team is having. They're not applying pressure, allowing La Horquetta to play free. And there's the stopper, he wins it, comes it, holds, fakes, number 21, plays it on the inside. Let's see what he does here now. That's 2 passes. And it's a giveaway again. Phoenix not allowing to make 5 passes. Phoenix. La Horquetta now in large and in charge. Stopper has it. Urging the players to go forward. Plays it inside for the number 8 who turns. Let's see what he does. Plays it wide on the left hand side. And there's that player touching the line. Let's see what he does. Heads for the middle. Fakes once, turns inside. And loses possession. And Phoenix now on the counter. Let's see what he does now. They have 4 players. And a beautiful ball along the middle. That's number 9 again. We're in a good position. Failing to control. Again, that high level of technical skill that is needed there. He didn't have it, slightly under pressure and loses possession. Phoenix again coming up on the left hand side. The wing back. Plays it inside. And again, another poor pass by Phoenix. And there's Caleb ruling it under his foot. Let's see what he does now. Fakes. Yes. Inside. Let's see what he does. Turns. And it's outside. And it's going to be a corner. I hope to see a right foot in swinging corner for La Horquetta, who is large and in charge, leading 3-0 here at the stadium. In this single game tonight, Phoenix of Tobago representing the Tobago Football Association and La Horquetta representing the Eastern Football Association in this Champs League merit.
So this actually is the Champion of Champions Ascension Zonal Tournament. Match day 3, 1 match on tonight, and under pressure there, but coming out safely. It's Phoenix, but they have lost possession. And they have been losing a lot of possession for the entire Chotana. What a fantastic goal! What a fantastic goal it is. My word, taking it down nicely. Isaiah getting his hat-trick here tonight. Just about in the 57th minute. What a fantastic goal it was. Jovon under real pressure here, Daniel Jovon. He has been the most outstanding goalkeeper in the Ascension zonal competition last year in Tobago, but he's under real pressure here tonight, as we still seen from the replay here. Adika gets it across, very well taken down, but too much space actually. Isaiah just really had so much time and space to chest trap it and really swung on the half volley there and getting it into the far corner, and a fantastic goal. And he has now taken himself up to 3 goals. He's one of those, just like Russ Russell, who we saw warming up a few minutes earlier. So Russ Russell is also on 3 goals, and now Isaiah has joined him in this encounter here between La Horquetta XF. They lead Phoenix 4-0. Phoenix needs to be very careful. It's 4 goals scored against them thus far. They are now at a -4 goal difference, and that will put them even further down the table if they're not careful, even though it is understood or understandable that they are playing one of the best teams right now out of the zonal competition, the EFA champions, Horquetta XF. Moving the ball around nicely. Number 2, he gets it across, that's Duncan. Gets it across there to 3, the captain, Jeremiah Bristol, onto the far side there. Number 4, the captain, playing along the flank. Trying to get up, ball goes out of play, it's going to be a throw-in. Oswald say a throw-in there, and he gets it up. Javon using his body to shield the ball quite nicely. He's a very strong guy, very difficult to pass and even get possession of. Morris, long floating ball, attempting to get there. Number 19 in the person of Josiah Edwards, not successful this time around, but look at the goal again. Chest strap it, Isaiah, swung across and into the back of the net. What a fantastic goal it is on the ground. Devon, you're really wondering what's happening tonight. 4 goals against him, and he really needs a lot of help in the back there. Nevertheless, Phoenix is on, moving it around now, trying to see if they can make some way, see if they can break down that defensive third, the last third there of the Horquetta XF. 2, Duncan gets it across there, and also Bristol gets it across there to his captain, Williams on the far side, trying to work it. Durrell tries, he's successful. Oh, having elude 3 men and then get the final touch there. He's issuing to the referee as well. Doesn't this deserve a yellow card? But certainly as well is not interested in that just yet. He gives the free kick, floating nicely into the penalty area. Still dangerously an attack there by Sturge. Looking for number 11. He's on that ball there. That's Leandro, the son of the head coach, Mr. Williams. But a counter-attack now by the Horquetta XF. They're very good at the counter-attack, but under pressure there, really loses possession quite nicely there. Good work by Brown. And then moving upfield, Jurity gets it straight across, looking onto the far side. Lovely pass there, taking it down there, Williams. Shot taken, but good attempt there on goal at the very end, and substitution is about to be done very soon. Hudson, the 4th official. You're seeing the 4th official with a ring on his finger. He ought not to be wearing any jewelry, and just like the players. 17 for 8, and that's Phoenix. That's number 17. The person of Dominic Roberts, replacing Antonio Pantin. Alright, so number 17, Dominic Roberts, replacing number 8, Antonio Pantin. And it's just about maybe just about 17 minutes into the second half. Looking to see if they can still at least get their first goal, but it is Horquetta having much of ball possession. Very good football there, trying to get his colleague down on the far side, Joseph, but he's not successful. As cleared out there for a throw-in to be given. They are really pressing, and when they press, they look very, very dangerous. That's Josiah Edwards. Goes across and he's going to take the throw-in, most likely for the Horquetta XF. Sturge issuing some advice to his colleague. He's a man who's very animated, very passionate about his game. He plays very hard, gets it back into play. Josiah, Joseph, very strong challenge there, and a throw-in there, indicated by Gregory Lewis, the AR1, and Oswald, the referee, for throwing there onto the that southern side there for the Horquetta XF. They're leading this encounter in the Champion of Champions match day 3, 4 goals to 0, and it's just about maybe 18 minutes into the second half, and they're waiting the outcome of get possession of the ball. But this Nigel D'Souza Phoenix team really under tremendous pressure from the David Quamena Horquetta XF team, as they're leading this one quite easily, and there is some discussion taking place as to the quality of the ball, and Oswald has indicated it's okay. Ball back into play. He gets it across. That's Daniel Cyrus, former national player. I think he's still built and still strong enough to still be considered on the national team. And let's see if we can take note of that, and the ball goes safely into Daniel Duvon's hand. He plays it across nicely to his left back there, further up the field there, trying to see if they can get some passes. They're doing a lot better than the first half. They're stringing a lot more passes together. That's about 6 passes thus far, 7 passes. It's really great to see them do, because without 3 passes being the most in the first half, they weren't successful. Now they're getting a number of passes in their half. A long one trying to find their colleague there on that left side. That's most likely Durrell. Under attack, good heading out there by Bristol for Phoenix, trying to find his colleague, headed out there, gets it out clearly. Cyrus clears it low, way into the half, but still playing around nicely. Phoenix in charge here. What's he gonna do? Gets it, a shot is taken. He's most likely saw the opportunity maybe on the far side of Jabari St-Hilaire goalpost, but at the very end it was aimlessly over the bar as the fourth official Hudson given an indication to the fourth official Gregory Lewis for substitution to be taken. It does help when there's a substitution board, since it makes it a lot easier and looks a lot more professional. Nevertheless, we have a triple substitution. Atula Guerra, Russ Russell entering the field of play. These are seasoned
And
players.
Tyrone.
And really, Atula being a former national player, Russ Russell being a present national player. And they're onto the field of play now. Russ Russell actually being one of the vice captains of this team. Son of Russ Russell, former national goalkeeper and national coach, goalkeeping circle. And it's La Horquetta XF still leading this encounter. Dino?
Yes,
4-0.
4-0, large and in charge. And I'm seeing more pressure here for Phoenix. With the introduction of these 3 players, Tyrone, Russ, and Atula, I am somewhat feeling sort of sorry for Phoenix right now. They are allowed to play in their own half. As soon as they enter in La Horquetta's half, there's pressure. And Phoenix seems to be losing that confidence to come from behind, to get players from behind who is not occupied to come and join the attack. They are allowed, like now, the opportunity to play in their own half, slipping the ball from side to side. La Horquetta just allowing them and just shepherding the ball from side to side. And every time they try to make a penetrative pass, there's again La Horquetta, large and in charge, down the left hand side. Easy control, well done, number 9. Coming back, well done. Again in their own half, they have possession, La Horquetta allowing them to play. And now, in the midfield, let's see what he does. Try to go over the top. Easy for the custodian. Again, La Horquetta having an easy night here tonight. 4 goals to 0, leading Phoenix 1976. Putting them under a lot of pressure here. And now goal difference is going to come. We know they have conceded 4 and 1 against Belmont. That's 5, but only scoring 1. And there's La Horquetta now large and in charge and swinging it around from side to side. And it's a long one over the top, looking for the left wing position. Well headed out there by the right wing back. And the right midfielder has it. Let's see what he does. And number 10, number 9, try to play a ball inside. Easy again. Phoenix losing possession in team's half without making 5 consecutive passes. That is a problem, not just with the Phoenix team, but many of the local teams here. We are unable to keep possession on the ball, and foreign teams dominate us. We now have to try to keep possession on the ball, and there's Phoenix trying to play 1, and that's 2, number 9. He's supposed to be in the striking position. He's not there. He's out of position most times. So when the ball goes up there, he's like right now, he's not there. Try to slip it through, and there's no number 9 there. That was his positional play is not so good, right? And now it's frustration coming out of the Phoenix players under pressure, and with the introduction of these new players, let's see what happens. Try to slip it in. Easy for the custodian.
And you know, you could see the frustration on that number 6, Tariq Alfred of Phoenix, because he has been working really very diligently and tirelessly here tonight and not getting as much support. There he is again, really working as hard as he can, and he's looking for that support.
Number 9 plays it inside. And there's number 18 trying to make a 1-2. A lovely play. First time I'm seeing Phoenix making combination. Let's see what he turn. Try to turn and he's upended. And it's a free kick for number 18. And now Phoenix having a great opportunity here outside the box. I expect maybe Mr. Williams Alejandro to come and show what he has learned over the years.
And from the replay there, you could have seen a very good stop there by number 18. He's actually dancing.
He's glad that
he's very happy. He's very happy to have gotten that free kick.
Yes, and a great opportunity.
Tried to elude the defender, but was fouled in the process, and he got a free kick, and it's in a very peculiar and particular position, as we can see now.
Right.
A wall being placed, but if you know how to kick this ball, then you could really put some trouble on St. Hilaire. And the shot taken as a very good shot, Dinoon.
Yes.
And an excellent save by Jabari St. Hilaire.
They're pushing the ball outside for a corner.
Number 10 in the person
Substitution.
of Jem Gordon. He was really excellent with that shot. Coming across, and Jabari equal to the task, pushing it out of play for a corner here. It's now a surge of energy and purpose now by Phoenix. They're putting some pressure on Horquetta XF, and another foul being committed there. Tula Guerra really gesticulating to us as well, but it doesn't matter. It wouldn't change. As you see, pressure now. The ball goes out of play there, but really a fantastic shot there by number 10 in the person of Jem Gordon, going past the wall, and Jabari had no choice than to stretch wide and get it out into over the goal line for a corner kick to be given to Phoenix. But at the very end, good football being shown by two teams there, and more purpose and energy and synergy from Phoenix this time around. And this augurs well, because I'm sure maybe they're looking at that 6-0 defeat that Belmont FC receive on the hands of the very same Horquetta XF, and they don't want to find themselves also receiving 6 goals neither. As we said, goal difference could very well find where they are on the table, and with that, those 4 goals scored against them thus far, they are now with a position of a -3, a -4 now. -4 as the ball goes out of play, and it's back into play now. Sturge, one of the sturdy defenders, Caleb Sturge, and he's working it around. That's the number 15 there for the Horquetta. One of the substitutions. He's really, very nice work there done by Ross Russell, flicking it quite smartly, and we're going to see a double substitution here for the Phoenix. Number 7 and number 15 will be entering the field of play. Number 7 is supposed to be Andel Nore, and number 15 being O'Shea Williams. Both of them are taking the field of play, replacing with we are seeing number 11, which in this case is Leandro Williams. Not too sure as yet who is the other person that they would have substituted, but number 7 and number 15 are onto the field of play. Maybe with this strategic move by Nigel D'Souza, with these subs, they will make a difference, because now we are seeing Phoenix playing with a lot more purpose and energy and intention to put the Horquetta XF under attack. So it's number 5 who also came off. That's Andel Brown for the 1976 FC Phoenix. Let's see if they will make it will make an impact here on the substitution. It seemed on the far side, Durrell gets it back to his colleague, trying to make something of it. 1, 2, 3, good intention, but losing possession. And Atula Guerra on the ball now. He uses some skill, gets it across. That's number 15 in the person of wearing that number 15 jersey, Tyrone Charles, the vice captain. Gets it across nicely into the box, and a close one it is there, but not doing as best as he can, stretching, but not getting his foot to it. But what a dangerous ball coming across the box there. No goalkeeper likes it. And this young man who has been really tormenting, that's Joseph. the defense of the Phoenix for the entire first half. Had a close call there, but not getting his foot to the ball, coming across precariously across the box, not getting his feet to it, but lucky for Phoenix, it didn't result in a goal. They're still in possession. Tyrone gets it across to Morris. Morris to Tyrone, one of the veterans, former national players too. He gets it to Ross Russell Jr. That's it. Oh, not a very good pass by Ross Russell. Phoenix taking possession, number 6, Alfred, working for the entire match, and a very good cross to Durrell. Durrell looking to get it across, and he does. And a beautiful, and he gets a shot taken there. Actually, the ball went to Durrell, and Durrell should have done better.
Yes,
Durrell
yes.
Duncan. What's happening to Durrell Duncan tonight? My goodness, he has been really
He's looking to the stars right now, wondering what happened there.
marvelously for the last 2 games, but somehow or the other, he hasn't gotten his game.
Final third, disappointment.
Yes. What a very good chance he had, and I'm sure he's really upset with not putting that away. And we are seeing Real Gill, substitution there, number 9, very soon for the Horquetta XF. We have number 18, the person of, that's Emmanuel Thomas. So Emmanuel Thomas and Real Gill, and this Horquetta XF Dinoon is just loaded.
Yes.
Their bench is exceptionally strong.
Depth into the team. They could, put out a second 11 who is as strong as the first 11. And that is the advantage that Horquetta has. They're one of the oldest professional teams in Trinidad and Tobago right now. And many of the young players, aspiring for that national selection is plying the trade. So Mr. Ferguson and they, doing a good job having these youths in them to look up a way forward out of the situation that they may be in financially and otherwise socially. So we have La Horquetta here now, trying to still put pressure. And number 18 for Phoenix plays it inside. Number 10 plays up the head and control, and it's a free kick.
And I understand, with the tour to the Caribbean, there will be the Terminex La Horquetta Rangers will be carrying over 25 plus players.
Yes,
this August as well.
Well, I'm saying they really preparing for that league that is supposed to be starting soon. So now we have an opportunity to go and gel and get better, stronger, and be better psychologically prepared, because the tournament is going to be a really tough one, with all the enthusiasts coming out strong in all the teams, wanting football to be started again. We have a great opportunity, and I expect that the intensity of Trinidad football to be very high, producing lots of good players and good opportunities for the young players in Trinidad and Tobago to aspire. So we're looking now with La Horquetta, Lajan in charge, 4-0 at the Arima Stadium, number 50 playing inside. And there's Atula Guerra, and there's Tyrone, and there's Ross Russell, and he slips it easy on the right hand side. Let's see what he does. And it's a shot, and it's outside. Missing the opportunity there.
Flirting with that upright again. Yes. As we would have seen earlier from a shot taken by Isaiah. And that's number 24, Jaheem, who has been also doing a lot of work in the first half, but he's just getting it between the uprights and under the crossbar.
Yes, and we have, I see Ross Russell playing on the inside midfield. Normally for the national team, he would be at left back position.
Well, I think it is a strategic move by the La Horquetta XF. They have been shifting him around. He's one of the best players that we have in the overlapping, who does the overlapping quite impressively, playing from the flanks. But I think now they're putting him more on the inside, and I guess that is resulting with him having scored 4 goals thus far.
I would really like to see him continue playing the wing-back position, getting more and more practice in that position, understanding the role and function of that left-back position, and being able now to really improve himself in that position. By playing him around too many different positions, it kind of retards his progress in the left-back position for the national selection. But the whole cadre of players that La Horquetta has, I think they should maybe focus on developing Ross to his full potential, so the national team can really, improve. And I think that is one of the areas that we need to be more consistent with the players playing in that position and actually be, master of a position. You have too many players who is able to play different positions, but they have not mastered any. So you see, a master of your trade or position.
I guess maybe with Dave Commoner, he'll be able to take that into consideration. There are some players who are very versatile.
Yes.
Very versatile, but you need to know who they are. But there are some who are exceptionally good as specialists, but it's now Horquetta under attacking Phoenix, looking for that shot. Takes a shot there, Atula Guerra, and Devon did very well, stretching. They're still under pressure. Good defensive work there, but it was a very good, calmly taken shot by Atula Guerra. Outstretched arms by Duvon, pushing it away, under pressure, getting a shot off the defender. They're safely into getting it out, and they're still under where Horquetta XF is leading 4-0 in this the Champ of Champions match day 3. Lone match here on tonight. Continuous getting it across and not very strong there on the far side. Trying to see right. It is Phoenix. The big man himself gets it upfield.
Number 9 again.
It's Durrell Duncan. He goes to the right, tries to go to the right, loses possession. Just not ticking tonight for whatever reason or the other. And after losing ball possession, he doesn't even try to challenge, to retrieve the ball. And it's Horquetta XF. It's Ross. Ross gets it across. To the far side there, his colleague moving inside, and just depth of the Horquetta XF. Tyrone now gets it across to Atula. Atula one with Russell. Atula with Russell. And a good shot taken. One thought he may have been able to place it in either one of the two corners, but straight to the goalkeeper. Not much work he had to do, but still, with all due respect, equally to the task, Duvon did a good job by keeping it out, but one would have thought so much time he would have had, he would have been able to put it in one of the two corners.
And I'm saying then him being not familiar with that position, maybe coming in from the left, he would have been accustomed, so he might have been given a better opportunity positioning wise, because he's a left full back overlapping. He knows when he comes in here, but now being put in that position in midfield, that position there is somewhat, I want to say, he's not totally acquainted with inside there, so his body positioning, I think,
very pertinent point you're making there. Hopefully, he may get better in it. If not, then they will have to shift that strategy, because at this point in time, although he is the leading goal scorer, and maybe with a better position placement of that shot, he could have maybe gone up with 5 goals. But he's back now with Phoenix, doing quite well. It's Cox on the ball, yes. Andel actually. Andel Nore. Andel, big strong guy he is. Working very hard. Alfred, number 6, tirelessly for the entire match proceeding. Good defense, heading upfield still. Plays it nice. Durrell gets it nicely into the box. And the header taken. And if only it was better technique there. Again, that number 6, Alfred. He seemed to be here, there, and everywhere.
Yes. Well, we see in the engine room then, he's working tirelessly.
Look as we see the replay here. This guy, if there's a player of the match for the Phoenix, it will definitely have to be that young man, Tariq Alfred. He's working tirelessly. Yes, in the front, in the middle, and in the back. And this is what if all the other players of the Phoenix was doing it like that, well then it could have maybe possibly materialized into goal. Nevertheless, we are back here with continuation of Phoenix looking still for their opening goal. Durrell, interestingly has regained possession, and they're getting it nicely there into the back, going it across just about maybe 80 into the 82nd minute. A very hard, tough challenge there. Got to be careful. Oswald hasn't showed a card for the night, and he's very lucky to walk away with not being issued a card. Russell Jr. You gotta see in there from that challenge. Oh my! He has to be tremendously fortunate not to be penalized there.
Not a card or show.
Oswald should have really done better there. Yeah. That type of challenge should not be tolerated. Good football by Phoenix here, and not doing a lot of work there. It was Gordon whistle blown, foul on him. And it's a bit of casual movement by the referee, especially when it is in a very precarious position. He needs to be a little more alert. I'm speaking now about the referee Oswald Samuel. Oh, this was a very odd tackle there on 24 in the person of Jaheim Joseph, making a challenge there, as we are seeing now the Horquetta XF. Tyrone gets it downfield, searching for his colleague. Nicely on the far side, he drums out of it, still in possession. He's challenged. Very tough challenge, but certainly clean challenge. Almost clean down the corner flag too, in the person of that person wearing the number 2, Duncan. Yeah, Peter Duncan. He means, you can see from his action, he means business.
Business. Maybe too little, too late. I'm saying here with 4-0 down, you know, and there's again. There was a critical challenge in the first, and then again.
We have to credit Peter there. Peter after being down on the ground to get back up. You know, part of the training, as you would know, as a strong player yourself, defense force player, national player. You would have gone through things like this, you know, not so?
Definitely, and in the modern game now, these tackles are somewhat prohibited, you know. So before they were allowed, so we had to, you know, take the brutality that was offered by some of those players. So now with the modern game where players are somewhat protected, we hope to see you know, better performances from the attacking football. And in Trinidad here, we need to get someone who can, we say used to be a goal scorer, a bound to score, so that the national team can look. So right now, La Horquetta, they have, I'm not seeing who is the bound to score there. I think that what La Horquetta needs going on a tour. They maybe realize that we need to have a bound to score, a striker who we can really depend on when it's tough and it's crunch time. Can, how we used to say, pull one out of the hat.
Well, they know this guy Corbin, right, the national player who actually scored against St. Martin recently with Real Gill. He was voted as the most valuable player and also scored the most goals and got the golden boot. So let's hope with Corbin in the squad, with persons like Real Gill and others, that they will be able to start getting themselves in a position where they will be able to showcase the potency of the strikers and goal scorers.
So what has to happen here? We have to identify and let the nation grow with them, you know. So we will have that collective conscience when it comes to the national selection. They will know definitely, you know, when time's gone by, be sure that this striker will score, or we hope, you know, that this striker or this other striker will score. So we need to have, you know, the collective conscience, the whole of Trinidad and Tobago knowing definitely, yes, we could score.
And
so,
you know, as you mentioned that we're looking at the same Ross Russell again. He seems to be always favoring that left foot. He's in the midfield, and he's still searching for that left foot.
Exactly.
So unless he uses the right foot a lot more, then any opposing player could and team and coach could lock him out of play because he's favoring that left foot a lot.
And you see the position in the middle of the pitch. So when you lose possession in the middle of the pitch, your whole team is open for that counter-attack. And many of those teams, foreign teams, Latin American teams, they burst on you quickly. As you make a mistake, they pounce on you, you know, and they don't allow you that opportunity to recover so easily. So right now we have Phoenix trying to slow down the game as much as possible and trying to get some kind of result, a goal or something. And now we have play pushing up and gives away the ball quite easily. And they retrieves it. Phoenix in possession on the left hand side. What he does, he fakes, comes inside. Team number 10, substitution. And he comes in for, let's see what he does. You see they're looking for a shot, he fakes. Number 18 has it, let's see what he does. Plays in number 10, nice a shot. And it seems it's deflected for a corner. Phoenix now putting a couple passes together for the first time since introduction of number 10. And you've seen on the number 7, we have seen combinations taking place.
And we have to credit Phoenix. That was a very good build-up, and at the very end, a good attempt at goal. Just about maybe a meter away from the upright. Jabari certainly really going after it because it was so close to his upright. But certainly a credit to Phoenix
Yes.
for that build-up, and also a shot at goal. So it was just about maybe 87, 88 minutes on the clock thus far. No goals scored as yet for Phoenix, with Horquetta XF leading this one with a 4-goal margin, playing it nicely and safely into the back there. Sturge has possession, not rushing it, and still in possession. It's Atula playing rather casual. 3 minutes extra time being indicated by Hudson, the fourth official, and rather casual there by Atula. I guess maybe that's one of the reasons. Very good work on the inside here. Ross Russell looking for that favored foot, and it's Jaheim moves on the inside, looks for that right, not already being blocked out. He should not have really utilized that as an option. Sturge looking for the 1-2. Referee blows the whistle for a player on the ground
in the box.
On the ground in the box, but with possession by Horquetta XF. The lead is 4-0. Some physio work being done there by number 3 in Bristol, Jeremiah Bristol, on his colleague, as we are seeing the physiotherapist of the person of Shelton Williams making his way onto the field of play to assist with that. Most likely it could be a hamstring or maybe a calf, gastrocnemius, or possibly odd power of the shot on that left leg could have hit him maybe awkwardly. But you know, this is all part of the Champion of Champions Ascension Zonal Tournament, match day 3. On the standings thus far, it's Real Central FC, no points after 1 game. Belmont FC after 2 games, they're on 1 point. Phoenix, after their first game last week, Friday, they're on 1 point. Pitchman FC, 2 games played, 1 win and 1 draw, they're on 4 points. And the Horquetta, after 2 games last week, Friday, they're leading the standings on 6 points. And from appearances, they're leading this one 4-0 as number 2 in the person of Prito Duncan, one of their really sturdy defenders, limping off quite awkwardly, being guided there by the physiotherapist Shelton Williams, and hope it's not anything serious, as they're now giving some last-minute instructions. Oswald has the ball. Whoever was last in possession should be the one to be given the drop ball. New amendment to the drop ball by FIFA. As the ball is dropped, Tyrone in possession plays it actually Jabari. Jabari plays it across. It's looking for it in the inside there. Emmanuel very strong and sturdy he is. Dribbling on the inside. It's Atula trying to play a 1-2. I find he has been rather casual since he has come on, not showing that level of urgency, and really wasting that pass. Atula Guerra, he's playing in slow mode. Not that it's not necessary sometimes, but not at this time with his teammate Ross Russell now. On his right foot, plays with his left to Tyrone, to Sturge. Sturge thought he was going to take a shot. Jaheim comes in nicely. I think he might be looking. Still in possession. Very good work by him, what he does. Still in possession. No, he wasn't successful with it there. Very awkward challenge there. And that, with a whistle of Oswald Samuel, brings the game to an end. So at the end of 90 odd minutes of football, as number 7 in the person of that's Andel Nore assist Dexter Cyrus up. At the very end of 90 minutes of football, it is the Horquetta XF 4-0 winners over the Phoenix FC. The goal scorers for the Horquetta XF, a hat-trick scored by that young man. His first hat-trick in the tournament thus far. That's Isaiah Raymond. And the other item was by Antonio Cole, number 21. Goal scored just around the 18th minute, the 23rd minute, the 48th, and the 5th. As we now look at some highlights of the second half. As a matter of fact, we'll have now highlights of the entire match as the officials smartly, with their respective balls, making their way onto the field of play. Prayer there done by the two teams. It's always a very important one that we are seeing Jahim moving along that. And this was the first goal. Excellent, excellent placement.
Yes.
Very good thinking there by Jahim to see Isaiah on the left, not marked, and he just collected it
Again,
and smartly put it into the far
number
corner.
one, free in the middle of the pitch, watch, and there's the outside.
And there we see Cole now moving up, getting some space and really hitting with all power, not covering the post quite well. Should have done better.
Yes.
Duvon there in the near post, and Antonio is very, very, very happy for that. Here it is now, moving to see another attack there. It's Isaiah, very simple one it is. After his initial attack on goal, you could see Duvon very upset about that. He knew he should have done better.
Yes.
All right, and not having the assistance of his defenders too. Isaiah, thank him very much for that mistake he would have made and got the second item.
Easy.
Again, the urgency we didn't see from the Phoenix for a very, very, very great percentage of this mark, and they paid the penalty for it. What a fantastic shot it was here. Taking it down nicely on his chest. Isaiah, and then rocketed into the far corner, carrying himself to get that hat-trick, like Ross Russell Jr., who scored his hat-trick in the first game against the Belmont FC. Now Isaiah Raymond, wearing the number 16, also getting his hat-trick. So that brings us actually to the end of this, the only match played today, right here at the fantastic, wonderful, beautiful facility of the La Horquetta Stadium in La Horquetta, the Champ of Champions Ascension Zonal Tournament of Trinidad and Tobago. Match 3. It was a pleasure on behalf of Nevik Dinoon and myself, Miriri Louis Gonzalez, working along with the Flow Sport to bring this match to you and for you. Looking forward for your continued presence as we will have our next set of games. It's going to be next week Friday. Look forward for that one. Next week Friday, we expected to have the following matches at 6 p.m. on the 24th. Phoenix FC will be playing the Pitchman FC, and at 8 p.m. La Horquetta XF will be playing Real Central FC. So Phoenix is going to see if they could bounce back against Pitchman FC next week, who is second on the table. La Horquetta will try and retain their leading position on the table, and they're going against Real Central, who's yet to get a point. So a lot of action to continue in the Champion of Champions Ascension Zonal Tournament of Trinidad and Tobago. Looking forward to see you next week, Friday the 24th, for continued action.
Also, before we go, I just want to shout out happy birthday to my son, Cleavon. Dinoon celebrating his 41st birthday today. And wishing him all the best and God's blessings, and all the people of Trinidad and Tobago enjoy the carnival period. Ciao for now.
And we are out. Thank you very much, Dinoon, once again. Miriri Louis Gonzalez.
And never
Take care.
saying,
be safe.
yeah, ciao.
Stay safe and healthy, and be blessed, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.